It's my birthday in 10 days from now, May 20. And please, I would request for a gift, ask you for a gift. And that gift is just to subscribe to my channel. If you can do that, I would be more than happy. Hey, chess lovers, welcome back to the Chessyard. This is Dhere Bagga, and today I'll be showing you one of the best games that I played. I was playing against Jonathan Schrantz, who is from St. Louis Chess Club. Uh, he's a wonderful human being. He is one of the best chess coaches around. And he was on a stream a few months back, was telling about the two knights variation against the Caro Kann defense. And I was watching a stream that point of time. So this is what the two knights variation looks like. Both the knights are out. In Caro Kann defense, of course, you play c6 and d5. Sorry for that arrow. And opponent plays pawn forward as well, and then develops both the knights. So this is how the two knights variation looks like. And Jonathan was streaming about how to defeat or how to crush the Caro Kann. In fact, he has the video on the same day we played this match, and I'll put the link in the description below. Do check out his content. He's a very nice content creator as well on YouTube. And he was telling that how do you crush these lines? How do you play against the Caro Kann with this two knight variation? Now, interesting thing, it was early morning. I was playing this match, and without wasting further time, I'll start off with the game from here on. So it's a black to move. I took on the pawn here. Jonathan takes back with the knight, which is the right move as well. I develop my bishop onto f5 here. If you want, I'll just turn on the engine analysis as well so that you can see white is slightly better always. It is the Caro Kann defense against the two knights. I'll close the opening explorer as well. Here, Jonathan goes off with knight to g3, again the right move. I went with bishop to g6. My idea generally is to put the bishop on g6 because I am expecting a move like bishop coming out, maybe trading off. I can take back with the h pawn, the h file will get opened up. So that was my thought process at that point of time. Again, it's few months back, so not playing the absolute correct moves there. And Jonathan continues attacking my bishop now with h4. Now the threat is h5, and then my bishop is kind of trapped, cannot go anywhere, and the pawn can take. So I have to make a retrieval square, so I play h6. Jonathan goes with bishop to c4, trying to attack the pawn, but it's defended nicely as of now with the bishop. I block any sacrifice chances by playing e6. I don't want Jonathan to take the pawn on f6, f7 suddenly, maybe get the knight out, queen out, and then attack is going on, which I don't want. So that's why I played e6. Jonathan goes for knight to e5, attacking my bishop, and that would spoil my pawn structure, will also ruin the center pawn, and things don't look good for black. Here I went with knight to e7. Now my idea is if the opponent takes, I can take back and I'll be in decent position. Now Jonathan plays queen to e2, getting the queen out, which also defends the knight, which is not being attacked right now. But maybe he was thinking that I'll develop the knight and maybe go for exchange, so his queen can be active as well. That's what I do here. Put the knight, trying to remove this piece from here. Knights close to the situation are never nice. So opponent takes here. And once he does, of course, I have to take with the knight so that my structure is solid. As of now, it's move number 10. I haven't blundered away anything as of now. And I was happy by now. I was calming down my nerves as well because I'm playing a much higher rated player. If you see, my rating at that point of time was 1967, and Jonathan was 2339, which is very nice. He plays with the name Zolpi, and it was looking good for now. Now he goes for d4, trying to gain space in the center, making room for the bishop out maybe, and trying to develop. I placed my bishop onto e7. I was so nervous I didn't even take the free pawn. When you're playing this, there are some nerves, of course. That was might be the case. And here Jonathan goes for h5, kicking my knight now. Now I put my knight backwards, which is not a good deal. But in this case, it is helpful because what it does is defends the pawn on e6 as well. Now, so there is no sacrifice which is working out to break open my situation because knight takes would be a good option. So no matter what, both our kings are in center. Mine is also very well defended thanks to the knights, the bishop and queen structure, which is keeping things packed. But I don't have much room or much options to play forward from. That's why white is slightly better here. Point 0.9 is good advantage, I would say, in the this stage of the game. Now Jonathan comes to queen to g4. Now I can simply kick the queen back by placing my knight on f6, but I didn't here. What I did was play rook to g8. Now this was kind of intentional, you can say. I'm defending the pawn as well, and my rook's position has improved, and I'm preparing to castle maybe on the queen side by placing my queen up onto either c7 or to b6, and then castling on the queen side so that both my rooks are in good files, and then I can go for an attack as well. Here, Jonathan does a mistake, or I would say a blunder, because bishop takes on h6 is a bad move. Again, the same reason knight can always come back to f6. But Jonathan didn't see that coming, and went for the pawn because he thought I cannot take back for the pawn because my rook hangs, which is the right thought process as well. But then comes knight to f6, which attacks the queen, and now he has to save the bishop as well, is what he was thinking. Otherwise, he goes piece down straight away. So he defends it for the time being, but doesn't matter. I can take with the pawn, and now again the queen is also attacked. My rook is defended with the knight, which the knight was not only attacking the queen but also defending the rook. So the knight on f6 was very nice, and now there's no way the other way. Jonathan has to go back, but he thought of taking a pawn at least, which was again more bad because you're putting a queen in a more passive position. It can be trapped here as well. I took on the pawn in the center with my queen. Now this is very aggressive. Attacks the bishop, attacks a pawn. My queen is centralized. All my things here are guarded pretty well. And now queenside castling is coming very soon. So of course Jonathan has to save the bishop. Bishop goes to d3. He kept on fighting. And now comes knight to g4 without castling. I thought, okay, castling later on. This is my shot. I have made him piece down, and I should capitalize on it. So that's why being more aggressive, knight to g5, also attacking the queen, also threatening to take the pawn with queen or the knight. So this looks bad for white here. So Jonathan comes back onto d2, the only move in the situation which saves the queen as well as the pawn. So Jonathan was pretty right here, the best move played, and now I can take a pawn. It's very simple. Take extra pawn, and your position is not going wrong anyhow because opponent will have to castle first. Your rook is nice. Your pieces are well developed. But I thought, okay, let me play a bit more aggressive here. This is nice, grabbing extra pawn, but queenside castle is more stronger, I believe, because now my rook and my queen are lined up in the center. My king is safer, and now I'm ready to attack with anything. Maybe a rook left is coming, which will triple up the my pieces on the d file, or I can even sack a piece if required. Let's see what my opponent does here. And the I was thinking that he will cast on the king side, which is again bad because the pawn is too extended, so not a good option. So here the best move is to play the rook in the center, double up you as well with the queen and the rook, so that the pieces are lined up nicely in the d file. So if trade off happen, opponent doesn't lose on the spot. Despite I'm piece up, it's a huge advantage in the evaluation bar as well, 7.6 if you see. But here, opponent castles, queenside castle. And that's a blunder because you lose the queen straight away with bishop to g5. And there's nothing you can do here. If you play pawn forward, I can still take. You can get your knight here, I can still take. The queen is lost. So after this move, which was the 19th move of our game, Jonathan resigns. And I was delighted. I was very happy. I was in shock because I pulled off a nice victory against a 2300 plus player when he was streaming live, when he was telling that how you crashed the Caro Kann. But in this game, somehow I managed to pull a very nice victory, a dominating, I would say, less than 20 moves, defeating a 400, 300 or 300 to 400 rated up above player than you is a very nice victory. So I hope you enjoyed this. I post a lot of content on this channel, Chessyard. I put up one video daily for sure. And if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel. If you want to gift me something on my birthday, which is in 10 days from now, as I said in the opening, then you can subscribe to my channel. And I shall see you tomorrow with some interesting and instructive content like always. Thanks for your time. Take care. Bye bye.